Hi, I'm Benjamin. Welcome to my channel. And if you are here for the first time, I make videos talking about living in Johor Bahru, Malaysia, whilst earning Singaporean dollars, taking advantage of the currency arbitrage. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much. Let's get on with today's video. Johor Bahru is a city in the state of Johor on the West Peninsula, Malaysia, which is just a river away from Singapore. And many choose to come over from Singapore because the cost of living is much lower. But not all the time would you find everything cheaper. Like for example, what I'm going to tell you today. By the way, what I'm going to say in this video as a huge disclaimer is that I'm not sponsored. I am just sharing my experiences with you so that you can also benefit from the cost savings even further. Now, with that aside, one of the items that we consume a lot are supplements. And I'm not very satisfied with what's on offer in Malaysia. Yes, no doubt, the prices are cheaper than compared to Singapore. But when you look over the counter, there are very limited choices available to us. Like for example, when I look for zinc tablets, I'm specifically looking for a type of zinc formulation and to have copper in it as well. You don't see that over the counter. And supplements like vitamin D, I want to have vitamin K complex with it as well because they have a synergistic effect. And I don't want them to come in a powder form because they are oil-soluble vitamins. So I want them in a soft gel that has oil inside. And the oil, I'm very picky. I don't want any seed oil. I want coconut oil to be inside. And it's so difficult to find it over the counter in any of the pharmacies in Malaysia. So the only option left is to go online, and iHerb is one of the options available. Let's talk about iHerb. First, iHerb is an American platform that retails a whole lot of different supplements. And to make life easier for you consumers, they even allow you to be charged in your home currency if you're not in America. And I'm telling you, don't ever do that because there is something called DCC, of which I'll put a link in the video description below to tell you not to do it because it will always be more expensive than the US dollars. So choose the US dollars as your default charging currency. Next, and this is between you and I, there's a strange quote on the iHerb platform where if you change your destination to different places, of course, the final tally will change. And one of the days I was feeling a bit itchy-handed and I wanted to compare the price if I had set the destination as Singapore versus that of Johor Bahru, Malaysia. And to my shock, I realized that Singapore, if you set it as a destination, will always be cheaper either by a few dollars or a few tens of dollars. I thought it's the other way around. Shouldn't things be cheaper in Malaysia instead? So those of you who live in Johor Bahru and go to Singapore quite often to settle your chores and things like that, you can set your iHerb delivery to Singapore and then pick it up along the way. And for those of you who live further up in the peninsula like Kuala Lumpur or Penang, unfortunately, you will not be able to take advantage of this little price arbitrage. Most importantly, iHerb prices that I found for specific supplements are cheaper than that of Malaysian prices, which in turn are cheaper than that of Singapore. I hope with these little tips, you will save a bundle for your own purchases in the future to come. And once again, let me make this disclaimer. I'm not sponsored by any of the products or companies that I've mentioned in today's video. And if you want a spreadsheet that I have collated to compare the prices between Singapore and Malaysia, I put the link in the video description below.